Hello, good day, wherever you're watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you're watching from in the live. My name is Jeff Imalaba, and today we'll be starting the Deal or Disaster Live, where we'll be looking at what is really going on in the real estate markets. A lot of investors, actually, if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. I'd like to know where you're watching from, and to check the temperature in the room of everyone who's watching live. I need to know, for example, where's your level at in real estate? So if you're a beginner or you're someone who's brand new into real estate, let me know. Let me know first of all where you're tuning in from. That's number one. Number two, I want to know as well what deals you're looking at and what city you are located. Right now, we're dealing with an issue where a lot of buyers think that the prices of the market will actually drop, and that's a major red flag because prices is one thing, and then understanding the situation of the market is a whole different game entirely. So let me understand first of all, make sure my audio is good, and then we'll see what's really happening in the market. Let me first of all confirm that. So make sure to like this video. If you're tuning in right now, make sure to like this video, guys. Again, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. So first of all, again, you guys are welcomed. So let me do this quickly. Let me make sure my audio is good, and then that I am very much audible. I am going to start off now by going through what is happening recently. So we had a report from Redfin on how home buyers are canceling their deals at record levels. That is worrisome. And so a lot of buyers are finding their deals canceled. As a matter of fact, that means that they are losing thousands of dollars just because of those canceled deals. So if you're tuning in and you are having access to the market, you're looking at a deal, you're thinking of get if this deal is a good deal or if this deal is a bad deal, then you are in the right place. First of all, let me know where you're watching from. That's one. Number two, let me know as well what's your level in the real estate market. Are you an advanced investor or are you one who is new to real estate? If you've closed one deal before in real estate or you have experience but you've not closed a deal, let me know in the chat and say, I have experience, I've not closed a deal. But if you've closed a deal and you're forced to part ways with non refundable due diligence fee, I also want to know if you fall into that category. So we're looking at three categories this evening. One, those who are brand new to real estate, they have not done any deal before. They are looking at the market. They're looking at going into real estate. They're looking at um, becoming a first-time real estate investor, but they are waiting for prices to drop. We have that category of people waiting for prices to drop in real estate. That's number one. Number two, if you are having experience in the market and you've not closed a deal yet, but you have experience, you understand the terminology, you understand what real estate market is all about, you know what's going on in the market. Let me know, of course, in the chat. Then the third category are those ones who've closed the deal. They've spent non-refundable fees in the market before. They've spent their due diligence fee. They've paid their NS money deposit. They've paid their inspection fee. They paid their appraisal fee. Now, if you have lost money before to landmines, that means you put money down, you put non-refundable fees down, and behold, the deal had issues and you're forced to back out. I would like to know or hear your experience in the market. So let's do this quickly now. Before I share my screen, I would like to just, give you guys, recognize whoever is watching who's live right now. Give me a second to be sure that we are all in the same, everyone is good. And then let me know, we want to know where you're watching in from, what city or state you are in the US. If you're out of the US, again, feel free, leave a comment on the chat and we will take your comment as well. It's going to be very interactive. It's going to be very, very interactive. And I want to know what you guys are up to in the market. And that way we can be sure everything is great going on right now. So I'll start off by sharing my screen. So I'm going to share my screen right now and give you guys access to see what I'm looking at and why this is becoming something that needs to be discussed at a very high level. And this is a major, major, major issue that we need to address in real estate to move forward. Because the reality on the ground is this is what is happening every single day. And every year, buyers are experiencing this nightmare. And the moment you begin to understand what is happening in real estate, then it becomes much easier to navigate uh, this whole difficult issue that is currently happening. So let's do this quickly. Give me a second, guys. Let me make sure I am. So I would like to get the article open right now and then hit the share button. So I'm sharing my screen now, and I want you guys to look at what's happened. This is the article from Redfin. And so Redfin says home buyers are canceling deals at the highest record or highest rate on record. Now, this is a nightmare because it's happening to real estate investors here in the US. Over 40,000 US home purchase agreements were canceled in December, which equal to 16.3% of homes that went under contract that month, the highest December percentage in records dating back to 2017. The numbers of this means is very simple, guys. 40,000 US homes purchase contract agreements were canceled by buyers. If buyers cancel these deals, if something is really, really wrong that forces buyers to cancel their deals. And a canceled deal means they are forced to back out of those deals. Now, if you look at the states that are highly impacted on this, it says here, according to Redfin, the cancellations were highest in Atlanta. So if you're watching right now live and you're from Atlanta, let me know on the chat here. If you are from Jacksonville, Atlanta records about 22.5% cancellation. Jacksonville records about 20.6%. San Antonio records about 20.6%. This is frightening, guys. And this is what is happening in the US market. So this is what, if you are watching live, you're welcome to Deal or Disaster. This is the only platform you find and know, for example, if a property you're looking at is a deal or is a disaster. That's what we're doing. It's plain and simple. You want to know, are you buying a deal or are you buying a disaster? And that is what, sorry guys, just making sure my audio, is audible. Now, so we have cancellations in Atlanta, 22.5%. We have cancellations in Jacksonville, about 20.6%. We have San Antonio, 20.6%. Understand this, in dollar terms, buyers are losing close to $4 billion annually. That is scary. This needs to be addressed. And this is why we built a platform called InvestFusion to stop that bleeding, to stop buyers from going into a deal blindly. So what we'll be doing here live, guys, what we'll be doing here with you is let me know your deal you're looking at. If you have a deal you want analyzed, put the deal in the comment. Let me know the deal in the comments, in the chat comment here. And then we will analyze that deal. If that deal is a disaster or if that deal is a gold mine deal using InvestFusion. Because with InvestFusion, you will know why why buyers are canceling deals due to structural or foundation issues. Now, it says cancellations, according to Redfin, this was released on February 6, 2026. Now, it says cancellations were lowest in Nassau County, 3.8%, San Francisco, 4.2%, and San Jose, 8.9%. Let's take a deep dive. Now, again, like I said before, understand this. It says roughly 40%. Okay, it says here roughly. Give me a second, guys. It says here roughly 40,000 US home purchase agreements were canceled in December, equal to 16.3% of homes that went under contract that month. That's up from 14.9% a year earlier and marks the highest December rate in records dating back to 2017. So understand this. Every year, this is going to be a problem until today because now you have InvestFusion. With InvestFusion, you can identify those red flags. So all these buyers you've seen, if you're someone you know, or you've been the one who have experienced this personally, again, feel free, let me know what deal you went into that you're forced to back out and how much you've lost by backing out of deals. Now, going into that article by Redfin, it says here home purchase cancellations are at a record high. So pending sales that fell out of contract as of percentage of overall pending sales, this is a record high. You see 16.3 in 2017. But in 2026, we are already hitting 16.31%, meaning 2026 percentage. Look at it, guys, here. Look at the numbers here. This is 20 as of 2020, as of December of 2025, we're already at a higher level than 2017, meaning more and more buyers are forced to back out of deals as of last year. If 2017 was the highest record, 2017 was the highest prior to 2025. We're going to have a major red flag on our hands, guys. So if you're watching this, let me know where you're watching from in the world. And if this is something you want to know, your deals, if you are looking at a deal right now and you want to also expand on that deal, to analyze that deal, to see if that deal is a red flag or it's a gem, feel free and put your deal on the chat and then we'll take a deep dive on your deal. Now, it says here, this is based on a Redfin analysis of MLS pending sales data. Now, why is this report so important? Now, it says here, the data is seasonal, which is why we compare this December to past December. Now, look at this information. Housing, it says, please note that homes that fell out of contract during a given month, didn't necessarily go under contract the same month. For example, a home that fell out of contract in December could have gone under contract in November. So high housing costs and rising inventory have made home buyers more selective. Now, it says here, home sellers outnumber buyers by a record margin, meaning the buyers who are in the market have options and may walk away if they believe they can't find a better or more affordable home. Now, it says buyers here, look at this here. Buyers frequently, guys, look at this. Buyers frequently back out of deals using the inspection contingency. Understand this. When you use the inspection contingency, you've already gone into contract. When you go into contract, you've put down non-refundable due diligence fee. It's not cheap. So you're risking money up front already. In the seller's market, you can put down anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for your DDF, another $5,000 for your EMD. You put in an appraisal and you put in an inspection. The only thing within this window is if within your inspection window, you can walk back away with your EMD, but you're going to lose your non-refundable DDF, which is your due diligence fee, your your inspection fee, and your appraisal fee. That is a no. That's why we built InvestFusion, to do the investigation for you before you go into contracts. So it says here, buyers frequently back out of deals using the inspection contingency because they may cancel their purchase. Because a structural issue came up during the inspection. So if you're watching this and you've not heard about InvestFusion, you are welcome. InvestFusion is the first AI-powered platform that lets you know the structure, the condition of a property before you commit a penny. It does not exist before now. So that's why outlets like Redfin, Zillow, again, don't stop trusting listing sites. Stop trusting Zillow. Stop trusting. Those sites are not built to protect you. You are the buyer. You have the right to protect yourself at the deal level. InvestFusion is built to protect you at the deal level. That's the difference, guys. That's the difference. Now, let's do this quickly. Give me a second, guys. Let me make sure of something here very important. I want to be sure that you guys, I want to, again, like I said before, if you're watching this live, leave a comment on the chat. Let me know where you're watching from because this is very important. Buyers are losing a lot of money every single year due to this issue, structural issue. So they go into contracts, they are forced to put money down. They put money down, then they can inspect the property. That is a no-no. That's the old way of investing in real estate. So if you're still falling into that cycle where you go into a deal, you go in blindly, you go into contract, and then you pay non-refundable DDF, you pay your inspection fee, you pay your appraisal fee, you pay your NS money deposits, you are still playing the game the old way. You're still investing in real estate the old way. That's old school way of investing. And that's what is causing buyers to, they're forced to back out of deals when they go into a contract. It says they may cancel their purchase because a structural issue came up during the inspection, even if their primary reason for canceling is that they realize the mortgage payments are too expensive. These are things you should have known before going into a deal. You want to know, is this deal a gem? Am I buying a landmine or am I buying a gem? You want to identify those landmines. He said the good news for buyers is mortgage payments have declined recently thanks to a drop in mortgage rates, and price growth is also easing. Redfin economists expect affordability to gentle improve in 2026 as wages rise faster than housing costs. Listen, wages is not rising anywhere. And so if you're sitting down here, you're watching this and you're thinking, I want to wait until all the prices drop before I buy, you are waiting for eternity. You have to use leverage. You have to put leverage in your side. Stop waiting for prices to drop. Prices are not going to drop anytime soon for you. That's the reality, guys. Prices are not dropping anytime soon. So stop living in the bubble and thinking, oh, price is going to drop. If you're watching this, give me a likes on the right now and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that others can understand and see what what we are discussing here. There are two facts right now. Fact number one, whether you like it or not, wherever you are, your level of experience in real estate, if you're brand new, you're an expert or you're an experienced player. Two facts right now. Number one, you cannot continue to go into contract blindly. Meaning, you cannot put a property on contract before you now investigate the property. That is the old way of investing in real estate. That method of investing is gone. The new way is to use leverage. You want to know before you commit a penny. You want to save thousands of dollars in your pocket. That's the good news today. So what are the states that come in highest? So if you are in this state, I want you to leave a comment on the chat. Let me know the states you are in. So let's start with Atlanta. Yes, Atlanta is the biggest hit here. Atlanta has the highest rate of purchase cancellations in the nation. If you are watching from Atlanta, we want to hear your comments. Have you been burned before? Because buyers think they have to pay tuition in real estate. You are not forced to pay tuition. The fact that you are losing money in real estate means something is wrong, and you have to understand that that method of investing in real estate is gone, guys. That method of investing in real estate is totally gone. You have to change. So Atlanta has the highest rate of purchase cancellations in the nation. Over 22.5% pending home sales in Atlanta fell through in December. Sorry, guys. And that is the reality. So if if buyers in Atlanta over 22.5% back out of deals in Atlanta, they back out of their purchase agreement. That means they're forced to commit thousands of dollars. Something is wrong. And if you're watching, you're from Atlanta, go to the chat now and let me know where you're watching from. So Atlanta saw over 22.5% pending home sales that fell through in December, up from 19.6% in November. And the highest share among the metros, Redfin analyzed. Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, Florida has been crazy in Florida. Over 20.6%. Buyers are losing thousands of dollars every single year. In San Antonio, it's 20.6%. In Cleveland, Ohio, 20.2%. And in Tampa, again, back to Florida, 19.4%. Those are the big fives. So the top fives are Atlanta, Jacksonville, San Antonio, Cleveland, and Tampa. Buyers are forced to cancel their deals after going into contract. These are blind buyers, guys. You have to stop buying real estate blindly. You need to use leverage. And that's why we built a platform called InvestFusion. You have to stop buying real estate blindly. Redfin analyzed the 50 most populous metro areas and included in this analysis the 47 with sufficient data. So I'm going to go through those data now. Again, like I said before, if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. We want to understand, guys, come to the chat here and leave your comments here. I want to know, one, where you're watching from. That's number one. Number two, if you've been burnt before, if you're new to real estate and you've not had closed any deal before, just comment in the comment and says, I'm brand new, I've not closed any deal in real estate. But if you've closed a deal in real estate, you've been burnt before, you fall into this category of what Redfin is analyzing here. Redfin is analyzing that home buyers are canceling deals at highest record or highest rates on record. If you've lost money before to this blind buying process, or you know of someone who has done this, feel free, leave a comment on the chat. Let me know how much you've lost or someone you know who lost money. And then let's begin to expatiate on this. This has to stop. As of December of 2025, the record of 16.3% has been surpassed by December of 2025, meaning more buyers are losing every single day. And that's why we built a platform that stops this bleeding called InvestFusion. So if you are here today and you're thinking this is not possible, well, welcome. This is the new era. This is the new way of investing in real estate, and that's what InvestFusion does for you. Listen, guys, you have to stop bleeding money. Period. You have to stop losing thousands of dollars in real estate by investing blindly. Now, let's go back to Atlanta. It says here now, Atlanta first led the nation in cancellations, guys. Look at this. In November, strong buyers market with sellers now outnumbering buyers by over 80%. And that is the rate on the ground. Cancellations were least in some cities like state, Nassau County, New York, that was 3.8%. San Francisco was 4.2%. San Jose was 8.9%, and then New York was 10.5%. So cancellations climbed the most in Bay Area, but are still uncommon. Now, so understand why this is happening. So if you're new to real estate, you might not understand what is really happening. In reality, buyers go into real estate blindly. They go into deals, they call their broker, and start to say, once they call their broker, they are forced to put the property on contract before they can investigate the property. That is the old way of investing. That is a blind investment process. And that's why we built a platform called InvestFusion to stop that nonsense. It's ridiculous. Don't invest blindly. Stop losing thousands of your hard-earned money to blind investments. Now, this is the new way is a whole different way, and I'm going to explain that in a short while to you guys. So if you're watching right now, guys, again, I want you guys to let me see what's going on in the chat. Okay, guys, this is pretty serious, guys. So I want you guys to understand what is happening. Sorry, we have some echo. Now, So it says cancellations climb the highest, okay? The most in the Bay Area, but are still uncommon. Now, look at this. I want to quickly, let me make sure that I'm not having any echo on my side. Okay, now back to what we're saying. The Bay Area has been on a roller coaster since the pandemic. So let's look at some of the numbers here. So you have the metro level summary. These are some states that you have the highest cancellations based on the data we have. So you have states, for example, so you can see the numbers yourself here. You see Atlanta 14% as back then in December. Now you have you have Anaheim, California. Atlanta is 22.5%. Austin, Texas is 15%. So let me know where you're watching. Let's know what state you're watching from. You have Baltimore, Maryland, 16%. Boston, Massachusetts, you have 12.2%. Chicago, Illinois is 17.2%. Cincinnati, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, they all account for 13.8%, 20.2%, and 18.7% combined. That's the reality of buyers who are going to deals blindly. So if you know of anyone in those cities we were mentioning, let them know that there's a platform called InvestFusion that is built to protect buyers at the deal level. So before they commit a penny, Detroit, it's in 16.2%. Fort Lauderdale is 18%. Fort Worth in Texas is 18.9%. Houston, Texas is 17.3%. Indianapolis, 17.2%. Jacksonville, Florida, 20.2%. Las Vegas, so if you're just joining in right now, we are going through the cities and states in the US where buyers are forced to back out of contracts or deals by canceling their purchase agreement due to structural or foundation issues. Now, when buyers are forced to back out of those deals, they've already committed thousands of dollars. Meaning, these buyers I'm mentioning right now, the combined losses every year is total $4 billion. If that is not a major red flag, then what else would be much more damaging than this? And that's why we built a solution, the InvestFusion, which is a $4 billion solution to solve this problem. So you don't go into a deal blindly in real estate anymore. Now, so again, if you're watching, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please share this video with your friends. If you know of anyone in these states, if you have anyone in these states we are mentioning, from Atlanta, again, I'm going to read the states again. From Atlanta, Georgia, Anaheim, California, Austin, Texas, Baltimore, Maryland, Boston, Chicago, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, Dallas, Texas, Denver, Colorado is 17.8%. Detroit, Fort Lauderdale, 18%. Fort Worth, Texas, 18.9%. Houston, Texas, 17.3%. Indianapolis, 17.2%. Jacksonville, Florida, again, 20.6%. Las Vegas accounts for 19%. Los Angeles, 14.7%. Miami, Florida, we see buyers at 17.2% back out of deals. Milwaukee, 11.4%. Minneapolis is 12.4%. Montgomery County in Pennsylvania, I believe that, yeah, that's Pennsylvania, is 10.5%. Nashville, Tennessee, 16%. Nassau County is 3.8%. That's the lowest, 3.8% in New York. New Brunswick is 13.4%. New York is 10.5%. Newark, New Jersey is 11.1%. Oakland, California is 11.7%. Orlando, Florida stands with 19.3%. Buyers are buying blindly. If you're just joining right now, these are blind buyers that are losing thousands of dollars. You don't want to fall into this category of blind investment. So listen carefully. Pay attention, get a pen and paper, and take down notes. Philadelphia is 13.6%. Phoenix, Arizona is 18.8%. Pittsburgh, 16%. Portland is 17.8%. Providence is 13.4%. Riverside in California is 19.2%. Sacramento, California is 17.9%. And San Antonio, Texas is 20.6%. San Diego, California is 15.2%, and San Francisco is 4.2%. San Jose, 8.9%. Seattle is 12.9%. Tampa, Florida is 19.4%. Virginia, the home of lovers, yes, is 16.5%. And Warren is 14.1%. Washington, D.C. is 14.1%, and West Palm Beach is 13.6%. Guys, this make up the states that Redfin did this article on, combined states that account to over 16.3% of home buyers canceling deals. The highest record, the highest rate on record. Guess what? Next year it's going to be worse. So if you know of anyone in these states I've just mentioned, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this screen, this live feed with them to come in and watch what you are watching. This method of buying real estate is blind, period. You are going into a contract. We call it the investor fear loop. Let me walk you guys through what we refer to as the investor fear loop, so you understand in real terms what that looks like for buyers. I want to look at this quickly. Now, give me a second, guys. I want you guys to see what the investor fear loop looks like, so you understand why buyers are going into a deal blindly and losing thousands and thousands of dollars. What you need to understand is very simple. Buyers are doing this at a consistent basis, and they think it's okay. Guys, it's not okay to lose money in real estate by going into a deal blindly. Over 40,000, look at this, guys, roughly 40,000 US home purchase agreements were canceled in December. So if you are going into a deal blindly, this is what's going to happen. If you want to rely on the old way of investing, this is what's going to happen to you. There is a better way and there is a new way. And that new way is what is called InvestFusion. Guys, let me open a new tab right now and go into InvestFusion so you understand what we are talking about. Why InvestFusion is your new way of investing in real estate that prevents those blind investments. Now, first of all, if you are new, go to this channel, right? Go to this website. I'm so sorry. Go to this website, investfusion.co, and sign up. Save yourself thousands of dollars, guys. I'm not going to emphasize this enough, unless you want to continue to be blind when you go into deals. Go to investfusion.co and then sign up. Click on the sign up button to sign up. It says AI-powered real estate intelligence, where deals become decisions. Stop guessing. Start seeing the truth, guys. Stop guessing and start seeing the truth instantly. It says instantly uncover 30 to 40% below market opportunity with complete visibility into risk, hidden problems, and long-term upside. You see, what most buyers do is they go on listing sites. They see a property, they call their agent, they put the property on contract. Now, when they put the property on contract, they are forced, that process of putting the property on contract means you're forced to put down non-refundable due diligence fee. Once they put down that fee, they pay non-refundable due diligence fee, they pay their NS money deposit, they pay their appraisal fee, and they pay their inspection fee before they can investigate the property. That is what is responsible for the buyers pulling out of deals in those states we've mentioned. So when they put that money down, they can now inspect the property. That is an arbitrage, guys. That is a loophole. And sellers are aware of that loophole. And that's why buyers are losing over $4 billion. You are doing yourself a world of good by utilizing leverage, using leverage. And that's why we built a platform that stops that bleeding. All you have to do, go in here and sign up. So let me log out myself because I'm logged into the platform. If you are new, go in and click on sign up. It will give you access to all of this. To put in your name, your last name, you know how to sign up. It will send you an OTP, a one-time passcode. So if you're watching and you have a deal you're looking at and you want us to use InvestFusion to analyze that deal in real time, live here, come on the chat now. Let me go to the chat and leave. You can go to the chat and let me know what deal you have. Okay, let me go back to the chat. Let's see what's happening. And let me see what deal you have that you want analyzed live here with InvestFusion. Okay, so come to the chat and leave your comment on the chat, and then we'll take those deals live with you. Guys, this is serious, guys. This is very, very serious. So if you're watching, if you've lost money before, or you know someone who've lost money, you know that this is a major, major red flag that needs to be dealt with. Again, this is huge. So come to the chat right now. I want you guys to send me your if you are watching, what state you're watching from, what city you're watching from. I would like you to let me know where you're tuning in from, and let's get to understand if you know of anyone who've gone through this, who've gone through deals before and they were burnt in these deals. Feel free to give me to let us know what deals you have been involved in. Okay, guys, it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare, and buyers are losing thousands of dollars. Feel free, come on the chat. Let me know what city or state you're watching from. If you're in the US, I want to know what city or state you're watching from. So we've built a platform that stops this bleeding. This is the issue right now. Buyers, it says here, according to Redfin, home buyers. So if you are buying blindly, if you think your way is the method of investing in real estate that you are used to is the right way, that's a blind investment, guys. It's a blind investment. Home buyers are forced to cancel deals because the only way you can investigate a property all the way back in 2025 is to put the property on contract, and then you are forced to analyze that contract by investigating it. And if you see a structural or a foundation issue, you are forced to back out. That is old method of investing. That's blind investment. That's why we built this platform called InvestFusion. So if you are in InvestFusion, it's a simple process to sign up. Save yourself the pain. I cannot reiterate this enough. Save yourself the pain, save yourself the heartache. Stop thinking that you know how you can do this on your own. That's why you're stuck. And that's why you stay where you are. Stop investing blindly, guys, in real estate. Go to InvestFusion, sign up. Now, I'm already signed up. I'm going to sign in right now. So once I sign in right now, we're going to look at a property. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do this. You want to use this platform to analyze deal for you because InvestFusion helps you analyze deal at the deal level. It helps you know if the property you're looking at is a gem or it's a landmine. Unless you are happy buying a landmine and losing a minimum of $7,000. If you want to lose $7,000, then this is not for you. But if you want to protect yourself at the deal level, this is the platform to use. All you have to do is once you log in, go to the platform, go to residential, put in your city or state. I'm in Charlotte. Like I said, let me know where you're watching from. Put in your city or state, enter the property. So if you have a property in mind, guys, come into this toggle here and click on search by specific address. Come in here and enter the address in question you're searching for. Okay? Enter the property address, and then it will give you the address and it will help you to search for it. But if you don't have anything in mind, come in here, put in your city or state. Again, I'm in Charlotte. I'm biased to Charlotte. Put in the if it's single family, if it's multi-family, whichever you're looking at, put that in here. So if it's multi-family, you want to go with 4 beds to bath. That's usually my default search criteria. Price range, you want to select your price range here. And then you want to, let's just say, for example, let me just look at the minimum of $250,000. I would say a maximum of about, say, maybe 800, submit, and then you hit search. It's going to bring these 2 options for you. So you can select all, you can play with the free, but where you know the condition is when you go with the premium paid access. So guys, if you're watching, I want to connect with you guys. I want you guys to understand that for the first time ever, buyers, every year we are seeing this happen in the US. Over $4 billion is lost. If this is not a nightmare, if this is not a pain that needs to be addressed, what is? So if you're a coach in real estate, if you're a real estate agent, if you're an investor who's experienced in the market, every one of us before today, we are investing in real estate blindly. I myself lost over $11,000 in deals like this in the past. That's why I built a platform called InvestFusion to stop that bleeding. Everyone is a blind investor. I don't care whether you go for equity or you go for cash flow. You cannot investigate a property until you go on contract. That is a no-no, and that's why we built a platform that stop that losses, guys. So if you're watching this, this is the reason why we said stop investing blindly in deals. Stop investing blindly. So if you have a deal in question, you want us to analyze live here, guys, go on the chat and let me know where you're watching from and put that, give us the address of that deal and we can analyze it together for you, or go on InvestFusion yourself and go and analyze that deal and see what is happening. Guys, this is the reality. So this is the reality on the ground. Buyers are losing thousands of dollars. Buyers are losing thousands of dollars and they think they're paying tuition. No, friends, this is not you paying tuition. This is you losing your hard-earned money, guys. You have to stop this blind investment. Now, so let's do this quickly, guys. Let's do this. If you're watching, I want you guys to let me know where you're watching from. I want to go back to the comments. I want to see you guys where you're watching from. Comment again on the chat where you're watching from. If you have a deal or you know somebody who have gone to a deal and they've been burnt before, let us know where you are, guys. Let us know. We've built a platform that stop that bleeding. Stop buying real estate blindly, guys. Stop buying blindly. You want to have leverage, and that's why we built a platform that stops this blind investment. As a matter of fact, let me just do this quickly. Let me walk you through a 1-minute video that lets you understand how InvestFusion works. Because some of you you might be brand new to InvestFusion, so you might not really know what is happening. So let's do this quickly. Let's just, for the benefit of those of you who are watching, while I'm monitoring the feeds. So let's do this quickly. Let's do this. For the benefit of everyone here now watching this, let's just play this and you guys understand this quickly. Redfin reports that home buyers are canceling deals at record levels that amounts to over $4 billion lost. Here is how to avoid paying non-refundable fees to bad deals in 3 simple steps. Step 1, you want to go to investfusion.co and then enter in the property details. So come in here, enter in the property details. Step 2, you just go in and click see details. Step 3, you scroll all the way down and you want to go to the risk assessment. Here you have the risk assessment here. It says here under risk assessment, foundation issues, yes. So now you have it here. It gives you foundation issues. Then you can also come in quickly to the AI summary score and gives you a deal score here. Audio. So it gives you a deal score of 45 over 100. Sure. That is pretty bad. And then it's going to give you its own AI summary here. It says final recommendation, avoid investment. And it's going to give you the reasons here. Foundation issues could lead to significant repair costs, increasing risk. So you have it here. This is how to identify in few seconds properties with major foundation issues so that you can stop losing thousands to non-refundable due diligence fees. Redfin reports that home buyers are canceling deals at record levels that amount to over $4 billion of what the platform does. Give me a second, guys. How to avoid paying non-refundable fees to bad deals in 3 simple steps. Step 1, you want to go to investfusion.co. I want to monitor the chat in the property details. So come in here, enter in the property details. Step 2, you just go in and click see details. Step 3, you scroll all the way down and you want to go to the risk assessment. Here you have the risk assessment here. It says here under risk assessment, foundation issues, yes. So now you have it here. It gives you foundation issues. Then you can also come in quickly to the AI summary score and gives you a deal score here. So it gives you a deal score of 45 over 100. That is pretty bad. And then it's going to give you its own AI summary here. So you guys get the point. This protects you. 1, you get a deal score. So it gives you a deal score that lets you know what that deal is worth. That's 1. Number 2, you understand, for example, if that has foundation issues, there is no tool, there is no platform until InvestFusion that helps you identify all of these red flags at the deal level. So you want to know, does the property has any foundation issues? That's why we built InvestFusion, to stop this bleeding. So if you are in this state, we are mentioning all of these states that Redfin has brought about, from Atlanta all the way to California, Ohio, over $40,000 40,000 purchase contracts were canceled. And this year, we will get a higher number than 16.3%. This accounts to over 16.3% canceled deals. In dollar terms, buyers are losing over $4 billion. Guys, that's a nightmare. Buyers are buying blindly, trusting the old way they think is the right way. You are wrong. That is not the way to invest in real estate. That's a blind investment. And that's why we built a platform that stops that bleeding. So with InvestFusion, you want to be among those ones who are smart and savvy. The smart investors don't make these mistakes and lose billions of dollars. They use leverage. They use a tool like InvestFusion to help them identify those major red flags, guys. So you want to identify before you commit a penny. So in real estate, if you are in real estate and you've experienced, you have somebody you're someone who have gone into a deal before, or you have a coach who's educating you in real estate, that's all fine and good. There are only two ways you play real estate: one for cash flow or for equity. Irrespective of your method or your strategy, you want to be buying deals or gems, not landmines. The only way you can know if a property is a landmine is by doing what they call an investigation. The only way before today you can investigate a property is to put that property on contract. That is no. That's why buyers are losing $4 billion every single year. If you don't know how painful that is until you're born, then you know how painful that is. That's the reality. And so with InvestFusion, you can go into a deal. You've seen, I've walked you through a simple how easy it is to go into InvestFusion. With InvestFusion, in 60 seconds, you can identify if that deal is a landmine or if that deal is a gem. You want to know, are there any foundation issues before you commit a penny? Are there any structural damage? What was their previous appraisal report? Again, some of you might not know why the appraisal report is so powerful. This is why appraisal report is powerful. Let me go back to my I have it because I have videos already on this, so I'm not going to spend time going through and reanalyzing everything. So let me just play one of these videos so that you guys can understand the power of what we are talking about and see why this is a game changer for investors. So we time it here. So we'll time it here, and it gave us in 42 seconds. Because you want to see this in real time. Let's don't just say Jeff said it. So let me listen to a few days ago, right now, guys. I want you guys to watch this yourself. Did an article on InvestFusion, and the article was about stop investing upfront before. It doesn't matter. So these are the various articles that's published by AP News. But I want you guys to watch this video and see how this platform works in real time. Let's just go with the 3 bets, and maybe I'll say 3 bet, 2 bets. Give me a second now. Let's hide this screen. Is sticking. I realize. Okay. Apply, and then price range. I would say from $100,000 to maybe I want to stay within the $500,000 range, and submit. And then I will hit search. So the first time you hit search and you come in here, you see 2 options. You have the basic, which covers all basic, access. So you have the square footage, you have the cap rate calculated for you, all for free. You have construction, you have number of units, you have number of stories, you have appliances, you have lot size, square feet, you have the year built, and you have the county, community, beds, home status. Now, anything you don't understand and you see that here, just toggle to this question mark here, and it'll give you the explanation. Now, before I search this, there is something here. It says search by specific address. Pretty straightforward. So if you have an address in mind that is yours, you have the address already, you want to search that specific address, just toggle on this and then you put the address. Okay. So now let's continue what we're doing. So to save your time, just select all. You don't want to waste time selecting individually. Same thing applies here. Let's understand now what the premium covers. The premium covers a lot of information for you. This is where the magic begins to happen. data source, last updated, environmental risk. It calculates and tracks that for you. It gives you visibility. For those who understand the importance of visibility for both residential and commercial, this comes into play. InvestFusion does all of that for you. You're going to see that eventually. The appraisal report. Now, there is something you need to understand. There is no way you can get access to the appraisal report without paying a minimum of $700. I repeat, there is no way. But InvestFusion is able to track and give you access to the previous appraisal report. Why is that report important? Lenders use the report to justify the loan that you are granted. So you want to buy a property that the asking price is below the appraised value, not above the appraised value. Why? Because if it's above the appraised value, it means there is no upside, there's no equity. You're buying an overpriced property. So lenders are not going to justify that loan for you. But if you want to buy either at or below, it means it comes with what they call built-in equity. So you can turn around, walk to the bank and cash that equity out because it has equity for you to cash out. So the appraised value gives you, one, the value of the property it was appraised for by a professional appraiser, and two, it lets you know the actual living square footage because you're paying for that square footage. You want to know what it is you're paying for. Again, you have this in 60 seconds by using InvestFusion. Amazing, guys. Seller price in history is going to tell you the lease type, the triple net lease, everything about the lease, what it means, how, if it's going to help you or not. Rent control areas, the states that are under rent control, occupancy rates, the rent history for the past 5 years. Now, for commercial, InvestFusion, if you're thinking of buying a commercial property where you have, say, close to 20 tenants, InvestFusion is going to go into those tenants and look at their past 5 years rent paying history. Have they been consistently paying rent on time? Is there been any delay? Do they have any financial issues that you need to address before buying that property? InvestFusion is able to do all of that and let you know the total actual rent, the rent estimate, the replacement cost. The word replacement cost means what it costs to build the same property or the like brand new from the ground up. You want to know, and that's what the replacement cost is. The market price, annual tax amount, the tax assessed value, price per square feet. Now, listen carefully. In real estate, the rule of thumb is you make your money on the buy. There are 3 rules in real estate. The rule number 1 is you make your money on the buy. Never buy an overpriced property. Rule number 2 is, remember rule number 1. And the rule number 3 is, don't forget rule number 1 and rule number 2. And why is this important? Because price per square foot is one of the most important indicators if you're going to be successful in your deal or you're going to lose money on that deal. It's extremely important to understand that you're buying at a discount. All of this, you know that in 60 seconds while you're in your bedroom in your pajamas. InvestFusion is able to calculate that for you and let you know. It gives you the estimates and then the issues. Now, this is where we talk about blind investment. It lets you know known property problems, including foundation, structural. So you want to buy a gem, a healthy gem. Imagine buying a Rolls Royce that has no engine. Like literally, you have a Rolls Royce, but it's in your garage. You can only push it around your house. That's when it moves. That's ridiculous. And that's what most investors do. So you don't want to go buy a Rolls Royce that has no engine because you want to buy a Rolls Royce. Guys, that's what people buy when they buy a property. Oh, it's clean, it's beautiful, it's as clean as a Rolls Royce. But hold on, it has foundation issues. That means it has no engine. It has structural damage. That means the house is not going to hold. Imagine you going to bed one night and the house collapses on you and your family. How would that make you feel? So that's like buying it. So investors still go through what they call that blind process and they think it's okay. You know what? It's okay. It's going to cash flow for me. No, guys, no. It's not okay. It's not okay at all. Then parking and, of course, interior and household income. So it does all of that for you, and then you just hit search. Now, look at this. Listen, guys. I mean, this is live. There's no video. This is live. Look at how quickly it gave us data. Like, bam. Immediately, it gave us access to data. So now, it pulled all of this. Now, everything you've seen here, these 41 properties just pulled up, met our matrix. And plus, it runs through those data points built-in data points behind it, over 400 data points that it runs to pick these properties and let you know what they are. Now, the next thing you want to do is, if you go through them, you like the ones you feel you like, and then just hit on get details. So let's just go through together. Anyone that catches my eye, and then we'll just hit the word see details, and then we'll get all the back end, what they call our PI. So now we want our investigator that will protect us at the deal level. All of this you're going to do before you leave your home, before you call an agent. So if you're a coach, you need this tool to guide your students. If you're an agent, you need this tool to stop wasting time and to give confidence to your investors. So let's just see. I think this looks okay in my eyes. So let's just see what we call it. We call this the behind the scene search now. Why pretty is good. You see, look, watch InvestFusion. Look at the timing. Guys, watch this. You see the timing now. We are counting the seconds now. We're on the 5 seconds. We're counting now. It's counting. It's counting. Look at this right now. Okay, we're done 10 seconds. Okay, we're going. Watch this. I want you guys to see how powerful this is. This is now the big PI going behind the scenes now to do the search. Okay, 20 seconds is gone. We're going. We're counting. I love this. I want you guys to see in real time what's happening. Okay, watch this now. We've done 30 seconds. Okay. Okay. Now we're going. Watch this. Listen, this, I want you, when we say we'll do it under 60 seconds, I want you guys to see that in yourself. Okay. We're going 40 now. We've done 40 seconds. We're going. All right. Let's see. It's counting. Boys, 40 seconds. When we say InvestFusion does this in under 60 seconds, most people think it's a joke. You can see, guys, those of you, you can see that in real time here. All right. So now this is the property it's in question. I mean, come on. We gave you a buffer. We said 60 seconds. But if you time this in real time, guys, it's under 40 seconds. In real time. This is real time. So now this is the property. Yeah, pictures are great, but you want to quickly know what is happening. So the first thing, for those of you who are as lazy as I am, all I do quickly is to go and see the deal score. Oh, the deal score says 55. Okay, that's something is good about this guy now. It says potential for improvement. So 55 over 100 is pretty cool. Something is nice. So let's see the summary. So this AI summary report address, it gives you the address here. It said the estimated price per square feet is, the estimated is 2311. The price per square feet here is, I'm sorry, guys. It said the estimated square foot is approximately 2,311 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 3 baths, priced at $385,000. That's what the price is. Now, the price per square feet is 166.59. It said it's below replacement, which is good. So that's where you see the deal score begin to come. Type is a single farm and it's a for sale. Okay, so this is a property that is below replacement. Guys, you just see a gem watching this live on YouTube. Okay, so guys, listen carefully. It says here the property is priced below replacement cost, which may indicate a favorable buying opportunity. I just told you already. The household income is in the area above the national. So everything you need to make an informed decision, InvestFusion does it for you. It looks at the area, the household income, and benchmark it against the national average in 42 seconds, guys. You guys were here timing it with me. 42 seconds. This is no BS. This is actual living time of InvestFusion in real time. Now, look at the investment matrix. The cap rate, it says it's poor return. Okay, the cap rate is 4.4%. The price per square feet is good value, which we've seen. The estimated rent potential is about 2. Yes, that's true, because most houses in Charlotte are between the 2.5, 2.4 range. The previous, look at this number now. The previous appraised value is 384. The asking price is 385. Now, the margins here is very close. It's close to the appraised value, which means it's a good investment. So it's very simple for you to call the seller and say, any seller that is reasonable, once you tell them, because they know that you don't, before now, they think you don't know the appraised value, that they think, hey, okay, guys, but you're watching this now because you're smart, you're savvy. You're not just looking at all those, all those. You just look at, you know what is happening right now. So you can look at this number and say, you know what, you can renegotiate with the seller and say, hey, I have a tool that tells me, I have not a tool, this is more than a tool. I have a platform, an AI power platform that lets me know the appraised value that it was appraised for. And around the $380,000 mark, can we negotiate this down to maybe have a haircut of about $20,000 off, of $30,000 off, and give the reasons why? Don't worry, InvestFusion is going to tell you all the reasons why you should renegotiate that price. It gives you the previous appraised date. It gives you the cap rate here. So it says here the insight. The cap rate of 4.4% is below the target of 7%, indicating a poor return on investment. But here, this is not a bad deal. Absolutely not a bad deal. The estimated rent potential aligns well with the market, suggesting good rental demand. The appraisal info is okay, so it gives you the appraised value. All of that explains why it is. It says here the assessed value of 384,100 is very close. Again, so you guys get this. I'm going to pause this right now. You guys get the gist. You know how the platform already works. This is the concept of this is to walk you guys through how the platform works, so you understand what is happening. I'm going to start taking some questions right now. For those of you who have questions, I will take the questions. I see Beyond Limits is from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome. So yes, Atlanta is accounting for a majority of the losses. As a matter of fact, Atlanta is responsible for over 22.3% of losses is happening in Atlanta, Georgia. So that's the situation in Atlanta. And you said here that this is crazy. I need to use InvestFusion. Absolutely. So you want to use a tool that protects you at the deal level. And that's what we built InvestFusion for, to protect you so that you stop losing thousands of dollars to non-refundable fees. So I'm going to start taking all you guys' questions now. Give me a second right now and read through what is happening while I keep sharing my screen and showing you guys what is why this is a situation that needs to be addressed at a massive level. So this is indeed frightening, because we have buyers who are going to deals blindly, and they are forced to back out of those deals at record levels. And so that is the frightening reality on the ground. Now, so give me a second right now, guys. So you say here, I need to use InvestFusion. I never knew about it before. So you're welcome, guys. So if you're tuning in now and you're watching this, absolutely. That's why that's why this is an education. The best you can do is to share this video with your friends, share with your loved one, like this video. Let others get to understand that there's a platform called InvestFusion that protects buyers. Nobody cares about you but yourself. You have to protect yourself as a buyer. And this is why Redfin's article is so powerful. If 4 billion is lost every year by buyers who go into a contract and they are forced to back out of the deal, that is a major news. And that's a major red flag that needs to get addressed. So Beyond Limits, thank you for joining. You say you lost over $8,000. This is why we built the platform. This is why we went in, spent years getting the best team in the world to put together a platform as powerful as InvestFusion. And that's why you have this, guys. That's why we are here. Now it says here, this is crazy. I never used InvestFusion before, and then I never knew about it. Just heard about this platform recently from a trusted friend. I want in now, please help. So go to investfusion.co. You can rewatch this live. I've walked you through how to sign up. Go to investfusion.co and then hit the sign up button. And then it's going to ask you for some basic information, your name, your last name, and all of those good stuff. Go ahead, sign up, and then you'll be good to go. Watch this video again. You see how the walkthrough and how to use the platform. Go ahead and then get a package and start using this. He also says that this is from Planet Earth. He says, wow, is there a platform like this? Absolutely. Yes, it's brand new. So we just got launched last month, and all the news media from AP News. Let me go to the platform right now so that you guys can see that in real time. All the news media outlets are talking about InvestFusion. So you see here from, you have Bloomberg, CB Herald News, AP News, MSN, Moody's, USA Today, all talking about InvestFusion. You want to find deals, guys. Stop buying blindly. And that's why we said blind investment is a no-no in real estate. And that's what InvestFusion is built to stop. It's an AI-powered real estate intelligence, guys. It turns deals into decisions. So back to you, Planet, you said here, you're from Cleveland, okay? You're from Cleveland, Ohio. So Ohio also has so we have the big fives. The big five that are losing money every year. Ohio is one of those top fives. Say I have been forced to back out of a deal due to due to foundation issues, mold, and mildew. Plus, the property was overpriced. So, guys, if you're watching this, InvestFusion is able to analyze a deal and let you know if it's overpriced or if it's a discounted price and with built-in equity that cash flows. So you want to know that upfront. And that's why we built a platform like this. So it says here, Planet says, how do I start using this platform, please? I have lost over 12,000. Wow. Wow. And the seller refused to refund my money. I wish I know of this InvestFusion. Thank you, sir. So guys, this is not a joke. If you think this is a play, this is not a play. Investors are losing thousands of dollars. Sometimes it's their old savings, their entire life savings on one deal. So if that doesn't shock you, nothing else will shock you. This is why we built a platform called InvestFusion. Guys, go and share this video, like this video, share with your friends. You don't understand the power of this platform until you start using it. If you don't understand it, you don't understand the power until you lose money in real estate. That's the pain point. We don't want you to suffer first before you now realize that, oh, okay, this is reality. Let me use this platform. You need to understand the pain points investors are going through. Planet Earth, I'm sorry about your loss. It's painful, but we've built a tool that can solve that problem for you, and that's called InvestFusion. Our stories that warm the heart. Yes, this is crazy. How can this be allowed to continue? Thank you for InvestFusion. You are most welcome. How can buyers be forced to lose over 4 billion every year? That's crazy. That's the reality, guys, on the ground. So we've spent over an hour on this, and every week on Wednesday by 7 p.m., we'll be analyzing deals. Come with your deal. If you have a deal you want InvestFusion to analyze, feel free, come with your deal and let InvestFusion analyze that deal for you. If you're watching and you have a friend or know of a friend who knows a friend who have been burned before in real estate and you want to help them stop that losses, share this video with them, invite them to our platform, let them begin to use InvestFusion to stop losing blindly. Again, this is the only AI-powered real estate platform that protects you, the buyer, at the deal level. If you want to be protected at the deal level, the answer is InvestFusion. Stop throwing thousands of dollars to non-refundable fees. Invest smart, invest wise, invest with intelligence. Invest with the tool that is built to protect you at the deal level. So guys, thank you for watching. If you have questions, feel free to ask your questions. Again, this is an eye-opener for most of you who are watching this today. The goal here is to help you understand how powerful this is. Thank you. Until next time, guys. I will see you next week, Wednesday, for another live video on deals or disasters. Thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, Jeff Imalaba. Bye for now, guys.